Hi guys, in this video today I'm going to be showing you what a typical day looks like for me. At the moment my baby is 4 weeks old, so this is just kind of a picture of how Saturday was spent for us. Bear in mind I'm not able to drive at the minute because I've had a C-section, so it might be a little bit boring as a lot of staying around the house. Once I'm driving I'll be getting out and about more, but hopefully you guys enjoy it anyway and it's not too boring for you. So this particular day started for us around 5 a.m. This was my first feed of the day. I'm really lucky that Jonah has been sleeping really well the last sort of week. He's been doing longer stretches and the health visitor said that was okay to let him go a wee bit longer now. So this was the first feed at 5 and I'm just winding him as well after. So it took me about an hour overall between feeding him, burping him and then changing his nappy and putting him back down and getting him back over to sleep again. So by the time he went back to sleep it was around 6 a.m. We both went back to sleep for a little while then. So the next time I woke up was around 20 to 9ish, and as you can see Jonah was still very comfy and fast asleep, but he was starting to stir a little bit and come around, so we got him up at this stage and Peter changed his nappy then to get him woke up a little bit so that he'd be ready for a feed. We don't like to let him go too long between feeds to make sure that he gains enough weight and everything, so if he goes a certain length of time we will try and get him woke up a bit to feed. So after our second feed, and because it was a weekend, I was lucky enough to be able to give him to Peter for a little while, which is great because it gives me a chance to get back over to sleep for another half hour at least. So Jonah was still sleeping whenever I woke up again, so that gave me the opportunity to go and get ready. So I took the opportunity to just have a shower, brush my teeth and have breakfast and get dressed and everything. Some days if Peter's at work that can happen a lot later in the day because it's much harder whenever I'm the only one here, but it's great having the help on the weekends. It just gives me the chance to grab a really quick breakfast before I give Jonah his bath. We don't bath Jonah too often at the minute because we don't want to dry out his skin. We really only do it maybe a couple of times a week. Other than that I just top and tail him whenever he needs a wee clean. But on this day we decided to have a bath and he's actually starting to enjoy the bath now, although he hates this part getting dry after because he gets quite cold, so he protests a little bit at this part, but I'm glad that he seems to be content and happy in the actual bath now, and hopefully he'll start really enjoying it properly. We started using a dummy last week with Jonah just for times like this when he's maybe getting a nappy change or if he's in the car, just times when it's not really convenient for me to nurse him. Because we had to put him on bottles quite early because he was admitted to hospital and stuff, he got used to a bottle and he's gone back to breastfeeding okay, so I'm not too worried about nipple confusion and everything, and the dummy's just really useful to have just to comfort him when there's something like this happening that he becomes distressed at, so I think it can only be a good thing when it's given him some comfort. So by the time we got all that done it was just after 11 o'clock and Jonah was well and truly ready for his next feed. So I just decided to feed him in the nursery. Kept him in his vest because he usually fills a nappy when he's feeding. And he was actually quite windy at this feed, so I spent quite a while trying to get his wind up. If you don't get it up at the time, then it becomes even more painful later on, so we tried to make sure that he got it all up, and then changed his nappy and got him dressed for the day, and that was us ready to go downstairs then. We've got a Moses basket downstairs, so I put him in there while I got some of the laundry done in the house. Kind of have to take the opportunity when he's sleeping to try and get stuff done, so I got a bit of washing and folding of clothes done during that time. And I've had my first t-shirt change of the day at this stage because I'd had some spit up on my t-shirt just before this, just in case you're wondering. In the space of time it took me to do that, Jonah had woken up. That was a very short-lived nap, so I put him into his swing for a little while. Sometimes that just keeps him content if he is alert, and sometimes he falls asleep in it, but not usually. Usually he just likes to stare at all the cards that we have. But the swing kept him entertained for a little while. So that gave me just enough time to eat my lunch and watch a little bit of TV before he started crying and wanted to be nursed for a while. So I just basically held him for a while and eventually fell asleep and went back down for another nap around 1 o'clock into his Moses basket. He slept for about an hour and I just took that time to just have a bit of a doze on the sofa, and I was watching a movie in the background as well. So got him up again because he was starting to stir. He wasn't really at crying stage, but he was just starting to stir a little bit. So we did another feed at that stage and then a nappy change as well. And he actually went straight back down to sleep again after that feed and slept for quite a while. So we woke around 5 again and we did another clean nappy, and Peter was nearly due to be home from golf at this stage, so the plan was for him to take us to visit Murphy. So I got Jonah up around 5, changed his nappy and did another feed just so that he would be settled whenever we went out in the car. Murphy is still currently out in the field because he's on a break until I can start riding again, so hopefully I'll be starting riding in the next few weeks, I would hope, but we'll see what happens with my wind and everything. But yeah, we went to the field just to visit him and take him a few treats, and we brought Jonah to see him for the first time. Not that either of them were very interested in each other at the minute, but hopefully someday they'll be the best of friends. So that was my little outing for the day, and we head up to Dominos and got a pizza, and I managed to get to eat it in peace while Jonah had a little nap when we got home, and I even got a wee bit more laundry folded before he woke up again, ready for yet another feed. Most important part of the day, of course, was catching up on Love Island. We had another little feed around 9:45, and after that we got ready to head up to bed. Jonah was extremely windy after that feed and in a lot of pain, and nothing else was working for him, so I eventually decided to give him a little massage with some lavender oil to try and settle him, and he seems to really enjoy that, so you'll probably see here how much it settles him. So he was feeling much better after his little massage, and I was able to get him into his vest and ready for his final feed of the night. He was really alert and really interactive at this time. He's usually quite active at that time of night just before bed, so it was quite nice just enjoying him being so bright-eyed and everything at that time. So this was our last feed of the night, and I did a final nappy change but I didn't get it on video. And basically here I'm just doing a wee exercise with him, sticking my tongue out at him and getting him to stick his out at me, and he actually does mimic you when you do this, and that's just one of the wee exercises we do with him because of his tongue tie, to try and strengthen his tongue up a bit. And then he was into bed for 11 o'clock, and that was him in bed for the night, and he didn't wake till around 3 for his next feed. So that was our day in the life on a Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed it and didn't find it too dull. If you want me to do more videos like this in future, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new here, just remember to subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Bye!